And now, News 4's Weather Extra with Chief Meteorologist David Paul.
Welcome into Weather Extra. It is dry outside, a lot of barren ground that is just kind of like powder. And guess who was playing in it? Do you like playing in the dirt, Ryan?
You know, it's pretty fun. I've always wanted to be back in the sandbox. So
Takes you back to like 6 years old, right?
yeah, this is what I mean. This is what we were missing in our sandbox, rocks. So this is a good, healthy mix.
Ryan, enjoying the dirt out there in downtown Dothan today.
It looked so inviting. I couldn't help myself. And so it was really cool. And as I had my hands in there, you really could tell how powdery that dirt was. No moisture in there at all.
Yeah, I had to drag him back to the station today. Say, focus, Ryan. We've got a show to do tonight. Yeah, it is dry. It's been dry for a while. Let's take a look at some of those stats with meteorologist Zach Webster.
It has been a very dry winter, not only for us here in Dothan, but really all across the southeast since the start of December. We'll dive into more details on what we've seen across the southeast a little bit later on. For right now, let's start right here in Dothan, where we've seen a little over 5 inches of rain since the start of December. 6 inches behind where we should be normally for this time in the year since January 1st, just under 3 inches of rain. That's over 3 inches behind where we should be for this time of year since January 1st. There's a look at the current drought monitor with on top of it we have rainfall departures since December 1st. Mobile, the only one listed that is above normal rainfall since December 1st. Everywhere else, you're as little as just over 1 inch of rain in Meridian below normal since December 1st. Just about everywhere else, you're anywhere from 3 to 6 inches below normal for where you should be since December 1st. The good news is some better rain chances on the way for the entire southeast. One on the way by the middle of this week, another one on the way as we head into the weekend.
That is some good news. Huntsville, Birmingham, those areas getting some pretty good rainfall already.
Yeah, we've been seeing that for even looking at the ensemble data. Of course, that's compiling a lot of the runs, and those areas have been just kind of in the middle of the bullseye.
Yeah, a lot more rain to come. Let's go to the future radar. That main rain area today, north and west of us, but again, northern parts of the state back into Texas, seeing some pretty good rain. That line comes on through here Thursday morning, so that's batch number 1, and then a break, and then batch number 2 comes in early Sunday morning. Both of these may produce some severe weather. It's worth watching.
Yeah, it's worth watching. You know, we've been kind of eyeing those ingredients, and they're not impressively synced up, but, you know, we always have a lot of the time these marginal to slight risks.
That's right.
You know, we're always watching that, and it's good for everyone to keep an eye on it, too.
Yeah, beware. The good news is rain will be coming from both of these systems. So this is using the European model between what we get Thursday and what we get Sunday. This model cranking out 1 to 2 inches of rain for the Wiregrass. Not bad, but you look up north and you see some 3-4 inch totals, a lot more.
Right, and we saw that deficit, so that's good news for them. And, you know, of course, they're getting that in a relatively short amount of time. For us, if we can just get it little by little, you know, that will help us out. So hopefully we can get some more of that rain in, especially with just how dry it's been.
It's been so dry. Here's another look at the future rain totals using the ensembles of the GFS model. Again, a compilation of many different runs of that GFS, and it also is around 1 to maybe 1.5 inches between what we see Thursday and what we see on Sunday. Again, the higher amounts focus areas North Georgia, north part of Alabama there into Tennessee, back to the west and southwest. But hey, an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches between now and Sunday, midday, Sunday evening would be some good news. And it looks like the wetter pattern will hold into next week. There's another potential rainmaker next Wednesday that could be even more significant for us.
Yeah, and that looks pretty impressive, or at least according to, you know, the Climate Prediction Center. They kind of released these outlooks, and it looks pretty good, and so that's some good news for us. So if you like rainy days, just wait a little bit.
Yeah, so the middle portion of next week, February 19th, that's when the majority of the rain that would put us into that above normal category would fall here in the Wiregrass. So changes in the pattern. We might have Ryan playing in the mud next time and not the dirt. I think that might be more fun to watch. We'll see what we can do.
I need to get my oldest suit out for that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, coming up next, we're going to break down the severe threat that we're tracking for Thursday morning and then again for Sunday morning. Stay tuned.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. My friend, we have a challenge ahead of us.
We do, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Google Maps yesterday went ahead and made the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
And then today, Apple Maps updated the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America because President Trump signed an executive order claiming that it is now the Gulf of America. So here's the problem. If we say Gulf of America, some people out there are going to be like, it's Gulf of Mexico. And if we say Gulf of Mexico, some people are going to say it's Gulf of America, so we can't win.
Right.
So I'm going to call it the Gulf.
Yeah, that's probably the best course of action. And for me, of course, just getting out of school, you think of the Gulf of Mexico completely in your mind. So it's going to take a while for that to get out.
Absolutely. And the moisture coming in from the Gulf is key as we look at the severe potential here for, first of all, Thursday morning. I've got the low-level jet, the significant tornado parameter on here. They're not really impressive for us at 4 o'clock Thursday morning. If we look at some other parameters, the Cape is a little higher. That's energy. So some lightning certainly a possibility. The future radar pretty impressive. A lot of lightning if we plot it at 4 o'clock Thursday morning. But the overall severe threat still on the lower side. Gusty winds, maybe some pockets of rotation. Sunday morning, what a difference. The low-level jet, much more powerful.
Yeah, much more powerful there, but then once we kind of look at the energy that is available, not so much. You have that minimal amount, and so it's kind of a trade-off between Thursday and Friday. And there's your significant tornado parameter as well, a little bit farther to the west, so the winds are in place, just lacking that energy.
Yeah, that's the one downfall Sunday morning at 4. A pretty good line of showers and storms, but not as much energy. So again, kind of a lower end. That might end up being a slight risk event for us by Sunday morning. This Thursday morning is half slight risk, half marginal risk for us. We'll keep watching it.
Yeah.
Certainly be weather aware. Sometimes these lower end events can produce one strong storm.
Yeah, and that's always something to look out for.
That's it. All right, we'll have more tracking this tomorrow night right here on News 4. Good night.